Alright, this is how to check the phosphates and the KH for the saltwater aquarium. First, press this button one time. Then it'll say C1. Open the top. And you take the vial filled up to the line. And clean off the fingerprints, the towel. You put it in. You shut it. Press one time. It'll flash for a few seconds. C2. Alright. Now you open it back up. Take out the vial. Then you're going to add the reagent. Wear the mask if you want. So you want to kind of tap the packet, maybe a little angle with the scissor lines on the top there. Kind of get it going in there. Then you're going to rip along the line on these two sides. Alright, then you got that torn off, and you're going to open it up carefully. Try not to spill what's at the bottom here, and you're going to kind of get it to like a V here. I'll show you just a second. Alright. So it's going to be like that. You can see the powder there. You kind of tap it a little. And then you're going to carefully pour the reagent into the vial. You got to kind of rest the edge here on the edge of the vial and pour it in carefully. I'm going to do it. I can't really hold the camera right now, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to try not to spill the reagent. I'm going to try and get as much of it in there as possible. You kind of tap it on the edge of the vial to get it in there as good as you can. So, reagent's in there. That's all empty. So it's kind of tapping on the edge real carefully, trying to pour it in carefully. Now, put the top on the vial, tighten it up, and then you shake for about 2 minutes. Kind of gently, not too vigorously. You want to get it kind of mixed up in there. So 2 minutes. You can set a timer if you like. Just gonna do this, So I think it's got about a minute and a half left. So once this is shaken, I'm gonna throw a little water from the sink on it and then wipe off the fingerprints with that towel. Then I'm gonna put it in there, close the cap, and then I'm gonna hold down the black button until the 3-minute timer shows up. So I got about another minute here. Doesn't really have to be exactly 2 minutes, just it's got to get a good mixing in there. So while the timer 3 minutes on that is counting down, I'm going to check the KH. So I already got 4 milliliters in this syringe here. I'm going to put it into this vial and add 4 drops from the dropper, and then I'm going to fill this up to 1 milliliter. The black piston should be right at the 1 milliliter there, out of the red top thing there, and then we'll finish that up. All right, this is about 2 minutes now. So, just gonna throw a little water on it. Then I'm gonna dry it off and try and get my fingerprints off of the glass. Just for like 5-10 seconds. Alright. Now, put this in here. Shut the cap. I'm just gonna press and hold the black button until the 3 minutes shows up. Then I'll let go. So now it's counting down 3 minutes. So I usually set a timer for like 3 minutes because sometimes I'll be doing this and do something else and I forget. And this thing will time out after 2 minutes of the reading being complete. And kind of sucks if you have to redo it. So I usually set a timer, but this time I'm on my phone. I don't think I can set a timer, but I see the clock ticking there anyway. So, all right, now for the KH. So, going to take the 4 milliliters from the aquarium and put that in there. Then gonna put 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then give it a little swirl. So that's still got about 2 minutes left. Then going to take this stuff. I'm gonna set down the camera a minute, but you want to make sure the this goes to the bottom because the container is not always full and you don't want a bunch of air getting in there. So you got to get it to the bottom. So you get the piston to right where it's at the 1 milliliter. The air bubble in there will go to a little below the 0.9. That doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna put this into here slowly. You can start out putting it down to like maybe 0.7 and then go a little slower and do like 2 or 3 at a time and do a little swirl. You know, after every 3 drops or so. So this is like a bluish green. Once it starts to turn to pink, then I stop putting in the drops. And then I'll take the reading from this, wherever the black piston here is at. So like right now it's at 1 milliliter. So if it was like at 5 milliliters, that's, you know, halfway down. So this has got 25 seconds there. Maybe have enough time to do this real quick. So let's see. So I'm gonna put kind of a lot in. Like, you know, that much. Then I'm gonna swirl it a little, just get it going. So now I'm gonna do like, this is almost done here. It's flashing like that. It's gonna give me a reading. So 0.05, that's pretty much what I want it to be. Any lower, it's getting a little dangerous for some of the corals. Any higher, like the SPS hard corals, might not be as happy. So that's good to go there. And then you can just put that back into there. You can clean out the vial, but the water's not that dirty, so I don't think it matters that much. So I'm gonna keep putting like, you know, a few little drops at a time. Then I'm gonna swirl. So I'm gonna put down the camera for a second and see what it is. So I'm doing like 3 more drops, a little swirl. It'll start to kind of change a little, but you gotta wait till it like totally changes. So it's starting to change now. It's at 0.41. Put 1 more drop. So yeah, so this basically has changed now. Maybe could do 1 more drop, but so now this, you can see the bottom black part is like there's the 0.3. So that's like a 0.38. It's just below that 0.4. So that's a 0.38. That changed to like a pinkish, purplish there. So 0.38 means, let's see. I have this little book thing here. Basically, 0.38 means it's a little bit high, and I don't need to add any of this right here, the part 2, fusion part 2. Basically, I don't need to add any of that because it's a little high. So when it gets down to like 8 or so, you might need to add a little 8 on the reading here. I think 8. Yeah, this got wet, but I think I can still read it. Just a second. So like, yeah. Oh, this got messed up, but so I think if it's like 0.45 on here, that means it's pretty much perfect. If it's like say 0.4 or 0.38 like it is now, that means it's high and there's not much I can do. You can do some things to lower it, but if it's only like a 9 or a 10 kh, which is about what it is right now, it's probably okay to not do something drastic to lower it. So yeah, so that's like all done there. Then I use the rest of this and put it back into this one because it's reusable. And that's it. All right, thanks. Have a good one.